This wine, I like it.
Good to hear that, sir. They were from 2073, grown in Quadrant 4A using grapes instead of algae.
Well, it does taste very different. Anyway, how is the situation with the sack things?
Well, I'm sorry to say, sir, but all attempts at gaining control of their fortress has been, unsuccessful.
What? Why is it unsuccessful?
Well, sir, we were simply unprepared. See, when we tried to invade with our Sackbot soldiers, they flooded the base with water, and you know what that does to Sackbots. Don't worry, sir. We have a plan, and it's gonna work. I promise you.
Oh, what's this plan you speak of?
Well, sir, I think you'll be pleased to know that we have developed the very first waterproof Sackbots.
Really?
Yes, sir, and I think we can use it to infiltrate the Sack Thing's base.
Continue.
This is how we will do it. See, when the Sack Things find anybody walking around their base, they will take it in, put it in water to see if it's a Sackbot or not, and if it doesn't get electrocuted, they'll take it in as one of their own. See, the waterproof Sackbot will fool them. And then we will use the Sackbot to learn all we need to know about the Sack Thing Rebellion. And then the Sackbot will emit a nuke and it'll destroy the entire base.
Holy crap, that's brilliant!
More wines?
Hell yeah! That tickled.
Glad to see you're here, sir. This will be a historic moment in Sackbot history, I assure you.
It's so cute.
Let's kill it. No, this is the waterproof Sackbot.
Okay then.
It's not just waterproof, it has the Sackboy animation style, it can spawn from Sack Thing checkpoints, and it doesn't show a circuit board.
Little Sackbot, I have faith in you. When we succeed in destroying the rebels, I'll make you a senator. Maybe you can even be my new servant.
Sir, I'm your servant.
Yes, I know that.
This is as close as we can get, sir. We'll leave the waterproof Sackbot here. Stand back, sir.
Yes.
This is perfect.
I'm sure nothing can possibly go wrong. Achoo! Excuse me.
I'm sorry, sir. You appear to have the sack flu.
Oh, darn it. I can't hear you for your disease mask, nurse. Could you use text? Let him in. Are you here to deliver more roses?
No, sir. I'm here to bring the good news. The waterproof Sackbot is now fully matured.
Perfect. Finally, the sack things will truly pay for all the humiliation, torment, and pain we Sackbots have suffered under their hands. I'll enjoy watching them burn. Activate direct control. It's time to end this war, once and for all.
Now, servant, be a dear and fetch me some wine.